What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Watching Sundays, where the geek, that's me, and the filthy cash,
that's me,
go head-to-head, one-on-one, where their ideas eventually clash. This week,
we're gonna clash.
Are we?
I don't know.
So, we just watched the first episode of Jack Ryan, and we are here to give you guys our first impressions.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I thought it was great.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, I was kind of like, oh, I do not see this guy as Mr. Fantastic. Like, who is this? Like, why is it so popular that he's been chosen, crowned supreme as Mr. Richards? I don't get it.
It seems to be a prevailing theme between the two of us. I couldn't see it either.
Yeah, I tried to block that off my mind because this is like obviously about Jack Ryan. Mm-hmm. You know, like I just couldn't get over like his kitty face. Like John Krasinski has like a kitty face.
He's got very balloon-like features. Like his cheeks are a little bit balloon-like, and his nose is. And you don't like necessarily. And I don't want to be like prejudiced in this type of way, but when you picture like your badass heroes. You get the chiseled jaw, and you got the pointed nose, and like just a very commanding, very dominating presence.
I would agree. Like definitely not your common heroic or action superstar in terms of just facial structure. You're so used to like those.
He's built for
those big jaw lines. I mean, he's buff for sure. Like he's built for it. He's big enough for it. But I just can't. I couldn't get over like him like looking like a big kid.
Yeah, I was telling you while we were watching it, it's like watching Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man. Like,
I don't know how you can't make Tobey Maguire look like a man.
There are definitely some nitpicks about this show. Right off the bat, just the military action felt a little bit contrived to me. Like a lot of the, I don't want to give away too much if you haven't seen Jack Ryan, but a lot of the stuff that happens in this episode feels like it shouldn't have happened. Right. Like a lot of people who got caught off guard shouldn't have gotten caught off guard.
Yeah, we shouldn't try to spoil anything because, you guys need to look at it. You need to watch it. I mean, and judge for yourself. But once you start nitpicking things, I mean, once you've seen all different types of shows that deal with military, especially action or espionage, you kind of get used to it. Like they should be smart. Like the people around, like the people in scenarios and scenes or guards or whatever, they should be smart. And there are just some things about this one that kind of,
you're used to seeing our military kind of being on top of their game.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And
so those are obviously nitpicks.
Yeah, and I think what it boils down to is it having to create a situation where Jack Ryan is kind of like the linchpin of the narrative in this episode, at least.
Yeah. Once you get over, once I got over like his kitty face, he is a good actor. He's a really good actor. He's a very good actor.
Don't want to take away anything from John Krasinski.
Very talented. I will say you got over it throughout as you were watching the show. Yeah. Right. Like at first I was like, oh my god, I can't picture him as being this badass CIA agent. Yeah, who Jack Ryan is supposed to be. And the last one that we've seen was Chris Pine. Yeah, and that guy is like chiseled jawline, all that stuff. Like, but you do get over it.
Yeah, he starts to inhabit the character a lot more towards the end of the episode. Yeah. When that stuff happens towards the third act, you start to see that he can actually portray this character.
For me, like the thing that I got most of it is that he's a more vulnerable type of action hero, or more vulnerable type of Jack Ryan. Not like your Chris Pines or your Chris Hemsworths or your even Tom Cruise. He's
the everyday man.
I think you could say that. Yeah, absolutely. You can relate to him. He could be like your neighbor who happens to be a CIA agent. Like your neighbor is not going to be Brad Pitt. Mr.
Literally,
Mrs. Smith.
Literally, he is an analyst, but he does have a military background, which helps him.
Yeah, I mean, I can picture myself having a neighbor like that. I would never like imagine like, oh look, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie are like my neighbors. Like there could be a secret superheroes.
That's a different kind of Keeping Up with the Joneses.
Yeah, something like that.
So is this binge worthy?
I think so. I'm gonna binge it tomorrow.
You're gonna binge it tomorrow. Happy Labor Day, everybody!
Happy Labor Day. That is what is happening.
Yeah, I guess what we've decided is it's very binge worthy, and thank God for the fact that the first season is all available on Amazon Prime.
It's on, guys. It's on. I mean, like, I think there's a couple factors that we should consider, and like, if you guys are in the mood for something like this, like Jack Ryan, I don't know anything about Jack Ryan except for the previous movie with Chris Pine, but like
I play Tom Clancy games,
and you play Tom Clancy games, so there's that intrigue factor of this movie that you should consider. Like, was it intriguing enough for you?
Definitely intriguing enough to be binge worthy because you take the plot of this, right, the heart of this type of show, and it's very, very same as like Homeland or 24.
I love Homeland.
Or any kind of counterterrorism type of show. But the way they handled the narrative in this kind of made me get past the fact that we're just watching another terrorism show.
Yeah.
And I love the actor Wendell Pierce. He plays Greer in this one.
Robert Zane from Suits.
He's the TFAD crew chief. He always plays these characters really well. Someone in charge, someone in a position of authority.
Kind of an asshole.
Yeah, for sure. But at the end of the day, he's part of the reason why I think it's binge worthy. I like to see him acting in this show.
No, I like him because he does portray the asshole really well, but deep down inside, that there's like some
he
plays it really well.
Yeah, he's making decisions not based on being an asshole, but he makes the decisions and it comes off asshole-ish.
Yeah.
But he knows what he's doing.
Right. One other factor that I think we should consider if you're gonna watch it or binge it, especially tomorrow, is the characters of this show. Like, I think they really sell it. Like, there is, and you don't know if there's the good guys or the bad guys really, because it starts off in a way that kind of portrays the backstory of each of these characters, and by the end of it you kind of feel like there's definitely justification on both sides. If you guys check it out, leave your comments down in the section below. Let us know what you thought about the first episode. Please try not to spoil anything.
And let us know if you think it's binge worthy.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright guys, that'll do it for this episode of Watching Sundays. Let us know in the comment section below whether you liked Jack Ryan or not, or if you're going to decide to binge it tomorrow, and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye.